when we don't own the impact of our actions on others, that inability to own that gets lodged inside of ourselves, and it turns into shame. It turns into internalized shame. And internalized shame is usually underneath of all of the bigger issues like addiction and things like that. We know, and I've said this in other videos, we know when we're doing the right thing and when we're not doing the right thing. We know when we've harmed somebody else, whether we come from a place of intentionality or a place of accidentally doing it. We know it. If we avoid it, then we internalize that, for doing things that we know are not right. We internalize that and we harm ourselves because we have that internal shame. So do yourself a favor and do your best. We're not perfect at this. I can think of a lot of times in the past when I've potentially sidestepped, situations where I could have took some ownership and, expressed remorse at my actions, right? We all do it. But release that shame out of yourself. Release it out of yourself. Don't create more. Don't, sidestep your responsibility when you're doing things are not right, that are harming other people. Doesn't matter how angry you are, doesn't matter, there's no justification for it. So it's like you're only harming yourself by doing that. In the moment that other person may feel, ooh, ouch. Some people feel it deeper. I've been on the receiving end of that. It doesn't feel great, and sometimes it feels really bad. And in some cases you're taking the shame that you're internalizing and you're making somebody else feel shame, making somebody else feel like they don't deserve that somehow they're valueless to you. And then you internalize that and you feel valueless inside yourself. So, allow yourself to own the impact of your actions. Don't bypass if you can help it, and start removing that shame out of yourself. Start eliminating that shame from your life and see what changes. See how much it improves.